Music's supposed to be playing. There we go. That's a good start to the program. How are you? My name is Rusty Humphries. This is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. I'm going to give you a couple of moments to check in. Say hello. I want to know who you are and where you're deplorable from. It's always funny when I get people, well, he's just doing that because he's trying to get our data. You want our data, Humphries? I wouldn't know what to do with your data if I had it, so don't worry about that. I'm just nosy. I just want to know who you is and where you's from. And yes, I was speaking goods English. Gail is there. Gail is in Maine. How are you, Gail? Everybody else, come on in. Turn on the volume so you can hear. And we're going to get started. Yes, the thumbs ups, the hearts, everything. It is not going to be a long show because I have been under the weather today for the past weekend, and I just, I don't know about you, but when I get sick, I'm like a big baby. I don't feel good. And that's kind of how I've been all weekend. Robert's there. Hey, Robert. Jeff checking in. Ron is there. Jesse is in Indiana. So, let's see. Todd's in Indianapolis. So just keep checking in. I'll try to say hi to you, and the thumbs up and the hearts, and make sure you share the video. Kristen's there, and Mindy's in South Georgia, and Anna's from the great state of Maine, and Christopher is there, and Scott is there in Florida, and Glenda's checking in. Have y'all shared the video? Make sure you share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. First of all, want to thank the nice folks at Right Wing News for powering the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. Also, the nice people at Liberty One Television. Liberty One TV. Great network. And if you haven't checked them out, go online, libertyonetv.com. Find out more about them. They also have a Roku channel, which is kind of cool. Rusty Humphries Rebellion is also a podcast at iTunes and Stitcher. And have you followed me on the HearMeOut app? That is so important, I can't tell you. You know, we have to protect ourselves from these big social media companies who think they can think for us. And fortunately for all of us, the nice people at the HearMeOut app don't do that. They don't censor. They don't get in your way. And it's a great way for us to communicate back and forth. And it's a lot of fun. It's like Twitter, but you talk instead of type. And it's a lot of fun. So please go and check that out if you would, please. Marty's in Louisiana. New Orleans. Alberto's there. Cheryl says hi. Maryland is where Jim is. Brenda is from Kentucky. Candy says, I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Anna says, Hillary, pull out her, sold them to her Russian hat. That's what she knows, 20% of uranium. All right. How can we stop the madness is what Craig asks. And that is the subject of today's limited program. And that is, it is amazing to me how wrong people can be on the left and yet still think that we should listen to them. I mean, they're a crystal ball of what's not going to happen. For example, I remember telling you, remember when Israel U.S. decided to put our capital, our embassy in Jerusalem, and exclaiming, yes, that the capital of Jerusalem, of Israel, is Jerusalem. It's not our business, that's theirs. And they decided to do that. We are the first country to agree with that. And there was all these people getting murdered. Remember the story? While they're all living it up in Jerusalem, having a big old party, people are dying in the Gaza Strip. Innocent children are dying. People are being slaughtered by the evil Jews who just want nothing more than to murder and kill and slaughter the poor Palestinian victims. And I went, I bet it's all a lie, I said. because nobody are better professional victims than the Palestinians. It's what they do. Well, we now have some more video. Let's take a look at the innocent, wonderful people who are being attacked for no reason there on the Gaza Strip. Let's just take a quick look at some video, shall we? Oh, those poor, what? What, they're shooting rockets? What? Is there audio here? No audio. Look at this. They're throwing rocks. They're shooting weapons. They're doing all this stuff. And the Israelis are doing everything they can to not fight back. Oh, burning tires. That's nice. Look at all the women and children. If you were going to go into a war zone, would you bring your wife and kids? Men. They got guns they're shooting, and the Israelis are sitting back going, will you stop, please? Please stop. Here we go. Now we're going to try to tear down the fence. Oh, another guy cutting it down. That's nice. And look at the agitators. Come on, more. Oh, we got a tire on fire. It's a kid. He's going to try to whip it into Israel. There you go. Going to try to start a big old fire on the border. What wonderful peace-loving people, huh? Bringing their children out. This is a day at the beach. What a wonderful day at the beach. I don't know why there's no audio here. There should be. But this is what we were told, the poor Palestinians, the victims, that they were being attacked through no fault of their own. They ain't done nothing wrong. And it was the evil Israelis that took them out and killed them. Okay, that's number one. That's number one, the lies of the left. But let's talk about how they're always wrong. And I'm not talking about sometimes, most of the time. They're a crystal ball of what's not going to happen. I'll tell you in a second. We got a lot of comments here. Let's see here. Kara's there. Ron is in Detroit. Howdy. Timothy's there. Rod's in Florida. Laura's in Aggie Land in Texas. Wendell's there. Anna's there. Bob is in Ball Ground, Georgia. Carolyn is a deplorable from Kentucky. Timothy is in Townsend, Georgia. Laura is a proud deplorable. Craig is there. Patrick's there. Timothy is there. James is there. Let's see here. They were attacking the Israelis first. Yes, they were, Timothy. Oh, by the way, I found out a cool new thing on my page here. I can, if you tweet me at Talk to Rusty, tweet me, I can put comments up now, and I will do so throughout the programs, and maybe you tweet me later on today, and I'll put it up tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, I was sick and bored. Wah, truth. That was me in the Hear Me Out app. I'm sick. I'm a baby. These are coming up from the past couple days, going live. Anyway, tweet me. I don't do enough Twittering, and if you would Twitter me, I will put you up on the show. I'm testing something new. Tweet me, say hi. Okay. All right. Now let me get back to what I was talking about, because I'm just so sick and tired of the left being wrong about everything. And then we got to clean up the mess. And then they forget they messed it up. For example, I just saw this a few moments ago. I grew up in Seattle. Actually, I grew up in a suburb of Seattle, 20 miles south of Seattle, halfway between Seattle and Tacoma. It is a small little town, a little sleepy seaside town off the Puget Sound called Des Moines. Okay? There's Midway and then Des Moines. It used to be really, really nice, and now it's kind of gone downhill, although Des Moines is much better than Midway was. Anyway. But I worked in Seattle. I know Seattle very well. And when I went back 20 years later, I did not recognize the town. I don't remember it being this liberal bastion. Maybe it was, and I just wasn't political enough to get it at the time. But it is shocking on how stupid the left is, and they do this everywhere. And it's always, they got a great idea. They start off, well, we got a great idea. And the great idea is this, and it's only going to cost this. And you know right there, it's wrong. I know it, you know it, everybody knows it. But for some reason, Democrats never figure that out. Oh, really? It's only going to cost $100,000? Well, great. Let's pass a new tax. Well, in Seattle, it looks like they are building new bike lanes. And how lovely. Bike lanes are wonderful in downtown Seattle, I guess. The bike lanes are now costing $12 million a mile. $12 million a mile. At present rates, the Seattle Department of Transportation says it might be able to afford only half of the 50 miles of bike lanes promised in the Move Seattle levy approved by voters in 2015. So the voters of Seattle agreed to pay for something. They are always good at raising taxes. And then lo and behold, it's going to come in way higher and the taxpayers are going to get screwed again. But Democrats never figure that out. What? It's going to go over and the government's not going to know why? Huh? I can't believe it. All right, let's just examine this just for a minute, okay? Just for a minute here. Well, clearly the Seattle Department of Transportation needs to work harder on value engineering the cost these projects down, says the interim director Goran Sparman in a recent interview. Second Avenue clearly is a far outlier, but we simply can't afford those things. The costs help push the citywide average for bike lane construction to $1 million, then to $2 million per mile, double the $860,000 rate the then ex-mayor Ed Murray's levy proposal, and 4 times the national average. And then they go into why it costs so much. Well, they got to put in new streetlights, and they got to put in old pavement and traffic detours and new curbs and new concrete and subsurface fill, all these things. You didn't know that you had to do these when you put it up? What? You had no idea? These costs are a shock? What did you think all that stuff was going to go in for free? Somebody's ripping you off, money's sticking, somebody's scamming Seattle, and you just know whoever the scammer is a big, big supporter of the Democrat Party. Why do I know? Because they always get the money from the Democrat Party. So I don't feel bad for them. I'm sorry. I mean, it's getting so bad in Seattle. I mean, what I feel bad for is just is the residents of Seattle who've been there, like I was, from in the 70s, and all these Californians moved in and ruined it, as they do. No offense if you're a conservative Californian, but you liberal Californians, as you ooze across the nation and you bring your lousy ideas with you that are wrong every single stinking time. I don't mean most of the time, not some of the time, all the time, 100% of the time you're wrong. Just stay. California's a great place. Stay. But quit ripping us off, Here's the other question of the day. And this is a question that should have been asked for a long time. Nobody asked. I asked this months and months and months ago, and now the rest of the world is catching up. What did Barack Obama know, and when did he know her? What did Barack Obama know, and when did he know it? What did Barack Obama know, and when did he know it? Okay? We know there's no way that dude right there had no idea all this stuff was going on in the Justice Department and the FBI and the wiretaps and the spying on American citizens in an election. This is disgusting. This man, Barack Hussein Obama, is possibly the dirtiest president in history. We will find out soon enough. You know it. I know it. He knows it. And they all thought they were going to be okie dokie because they couldn't imagine that Donald Trump was going to win that election. Oh, look at this. Charlize Theron is set to play Megyn Kelly in a new movie about Roger Ailes. Gee, do you think that's going to be a positive movie? You think maybe that will be a good uplifting movie on conservatism? Yeah, probably not. Let's see. Yeah, I saw that Kara, he and Michelle got a big contract with Netflix today. Isn't that seem a little bit below the level of a former president? I mean, George W., hardly ever see the guy. Bush, hardly ever see the guy. Clinton, you want to give him enough money, he'll show up at a car dealership and give a speech. But a Netflix show, I don't know. Especially when all these people are so against Trump having been on The Apprentice. Let's not forget, he was on TV before he was president, not after. Anyway, let's take a look at this little story. Somehow, the former commander-in-chief is largely absent from the political spying drama. Huh. What a shock. President Trump tweeted today. Reports are that there was indeed at least one FBI representative implanted for political purposes into my campaign for president. It took place very early on and long before the phony Russia hoax became a hot fake news story. If true, all-time biggest political scandal. Now, do you think Trump is just trumping it up a little bit, a little hyperbole, making something bigger than it is? Or do you agree this could be the biggest scandal in U.S. history? Comment. If you think if you agree with Trump and this is the biggest scandal in U.S. history, thumbs up. If you think Trump is exaggerating, frowny face. Thumbs up if this is the biggest scandal in U.S. history. Frowny face if not. I want to see what you think. I'm seeing a few thumbs up. Thumb up. Netflix on what kind of experience they have. Mary, nobody's been more successful at snowing the American public than the Obamas. They're two of the greatest actors in world history. Let's see here. All right, we're going to get some thumbs ups. Thumbs ups. Timothy thinks it's close. Timothy, no offense, you're wrong. This is the biggest scandal in American history. Nothing comes close. Nothing comes close. He weaponized the federal government to try to win an election for a political ally, a former president's wife, by the way, former first lady. Using all of the power of the FBI, possibly the CIA, the Department of Justice, wiretaps, FISA. There's nothing close. The only reason this may not go down in history as the biggest scandal of all time is because the left is so infiltrated in intelligentsia and the people who write history books that it's not going to be reported properly. No, it's way bigger than the Teapot Dome. This is the federal government weaponizing against a political party. They did it, and again, everybody's forgotten about the IRS being weaponized against the Tea Party folks. I mean, they came to my house. Next day, they went to a friend of mine's house, coincidentally, who was in a Tea Party. Kara says the like button, thumbs up, hearts at the bottom of the screen's not working. What? Huh. Well, it should be. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, so Obama has been working on the Obama Presidential Library in Chicago. Oh. People of Chicago are not real happy about it, but I love the reason why. Where did it go? They're mad about it. Oh, here we go. The Chicago Plan Commission unanimously approved a proposal to build the former President Barack Obama Center in Jackson Park on the city's south side. The action came over protests from opponents who want an agreement that local residents will benefit from the $500 million project. So it's okay if we get a cut. We want a taste. Where's our taste, Barack? We want a taste because we're a city of Democrats. We're a city of mooches. The city of, it's not the Windy City, it's the Moochie City. Give me a break. By the way, Virtual Shield. Have you checked that out yet? Go to virtualshield.com/Rusty. That's me. You'll get 20% off. But you got to find out why you need your own virtual private network. You got them. This is a way that they can't steal your online information. It's very important. And Virtual Shield does an incredible job. It's reasonable. You get a discount when you put my name in there. Go find out now why a VPN is not just something you should have. It is a necessity to have in today's online environment. Go to virtualshield.com, virtualshield.com/Rusty, and use my name, Rusty, in the promo code to get a nice discount. Let's see here. Ed's calling it the Obama Temple. That's funny. Obama and Hillary are responsible for trillions in taxpayers' money. Look at the IG reports coming out. Linda checking in from North Carolina. How you doing? Mike says, this proves our president is not guilty of anything the deep state is accusing him of. Because in the real world, what human being would ask for more investigations if something was out there? All right, so anyway, what has happened is a coup d'etat in front of our face, an attempted coup d'etat. The left is shocking, and how they get away with it, I don't know. Did you see any of the royal wedding this weekend? I saw a couple of moments of replay. What I didn't know, did you know she was on Meghan Markle, or Meghan Markle is her name? That she was kind of a kid celebrity and a little liberal cause. I had no idea. This girl didn't even look like her, but it is, I guess. Have you seen this video from back in the Nickelodeon days? Here, I'll show it to you here on the Rusty Humphries. Just a minute here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
My name's Meghan Markle. I'm 12 years old.
Nick News.
I hate my wimpy toilet bowl cleaner.
Commercials, they do say a lot of things that most people don't even notice. Mostly like laundry and dishwashing commercials.
The gloves are coming off. Women are fighting greasy pots and pans with Ivory Clear.
When we first saw the commercial, I knew something would be done because I was furious.
Women are fighting greasy pots and pans.
And I said, wait a minute, how could somebody say that? I think I'll write a letter. The president of Procter & Gamble, Procter & Gamble Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Dear sir, last week at my school, we decided to watch the news for social studies. While through the channels, we saw a commercial for the new Ivory Clear dishwashing liquid. In the commercial, they said women are battling grease, meaning only women do dishes. When I heard this, the boys in my class started saying, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen.
I really don't think it was very nice for the boys to say it.
They knew it hurt my feelings. It makes me feel like they're gonna grow up thinking that girls are less than them. You know, like boys are better than girls. So I was wondering if you would be able to change your commercial to people all over America. Thank you, Meghan Markle.
3 months after Meghan wrote to the president of the company, Procter & Gamble changed the commercial. Listen.
The gloves are coming off. People are fighting greasy pots and pans with Ivory Clear.
If you see something that you don't like or offended by on television or any other place, write letters and send them to the right people, and you can really make a difference for not just yourself, but lots of other people.
And so she was taught to be a victim early on. Good for you. She grew up. I mean, that doesn't look, anyway. There she is now. She grew it up. All right. Enough of the wedding.
Everything about Harry's thoughtfulness and the inclusion of that, and obviously not being able to meet his mom, it's so important to me to know that she's a part of this with us.
All right, that was lovely. It was nice. We gave our love to the couple. We wish them all the best. Raymond cooks for the family, too. Gail says, oh, vomit. Thank you. Belongs in Gitmo right now with Hillary. Notice, Kara says, notice they only showed women only throwing out the gloves. LOL, no men. Yeah, you know what? I hate to admit this. As a single father, we eat on a lot more on paper plates than I would like to admit. Because I don't like doing dishes and I'm not good at it. Okay. So that wouldn't affect me as a man. I just figured my way around it. Okay, anything else in the news that you care about? Diana says she will not outshine Diana. No, she won't. Mike says as if she needs to worry about ever doing the dishes. I understand why there's still a royal family. Hey, if the people of Britain want a royal family, they can have one. Doesn't cost me anything, right? I have nothing nice for the elite rich, including the royals we left behind when America was founded. You know what? Can we not be happy for people? Does everything have to be under a political thing? Can't we just, put aside the hate and the politics and the anger for a couple hours and see a nice couple get married in pretty dresses and everybody dressing up? And it's okay to do that sometimes, isn't it? I don't know. To me, it's... I think we got to stop taking everything so darn serious. Oh, I'm not that much better, Kara. I'm not that much better. Here's one that'll get you sick. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I just wanted to find this video. From the same England that just paid, $100 million for that royal wedding. There's a new thing going on. And if it's there, it's going to be coming over here sometime soon. Take a look at this and tell me what you think. Here we go.
Victorian councils are reportedly considering banning children's books, toys or characters that don't meet strict gender guidelines. The Herald Sun says that some councils are auditing learning materials at libraries, schools and kindergartens and urging a ban on the terms boy and girl. The City of Melbourne Council is among several local authorities responding to new research about gender equality. Under the new guidelines, children's favourites such as Thomas the Tank Engine and Winnie the Pooh could be banned for not meeting gender tests.
We got to get rid of the terms boy and girl now. Winnie the Pooh and Thomas the Train may not be good because they are boys and girls. Oh, Piglet, come over here and dance for me. Oh, with my honey pot. Yeah, I got my Trump t-shirt on from the inaugural. Bell says what? Satan is running free. Neo-fascism. You know, it's... Well, I saw this new movie on the Pope over the weekend. I saw Deadpool 2, which was funny. And I'm not Catholic. But, you know, I'm a Christian, and I want to better myself. I'm certainly no perfect human being. But I saw this movie, and I'm pulling up some of my notes, because I was sending some to a friend while I was watching the movie on the Pope. And by the way, it's in big theaters. It's a big documentary on the Pope, Pope Francis. And I wonder if there's a preview for it. Let me bring it up. Pope Francis movie. Thank you. I'm sure there's a preview. Play the trailer. I'm going to play you this trailer, and then I'm going to tell you what I saw. Here we go. Hold on. And I know a lot of people, I'm not Catholic. Don't put the Catholic stuff into this. He's a Christian leader. Okay? We're going to give him the benefit of that doubt. But let me play you this video, and then we're going to talk about this movie for a second. Here we go.
No matter what divides us, his words unite us. For the first time in history, the Pope opens his doors to address the questions and issues we face together. As a leader whose faith inspires the world.
I have the distinct honor of presenting to you Pope Francis of the Holy See.
Buonasera.
From award-winning director Wim Wenders.
Nos dice que no se puede servir a dos señores. O servimos a Dios o servimos a las riquezas.
Smiling here in the studio at the looks of this car. We are used to the big American limousines, and this is
Remember
a Mr.
that.
Bean car.
I'll talk about that in a second. That's in Washington, D.C.
He's going to take him around town.
En las familias discutimos. En las familias a veces vuelan los platos. No voy a hablar de la suegra. En la familia hay dificultades, pero esas dificultades se superan con amor.
In a divided world,
saber escuchar. Las diferencias nos dan miedo, porque nos hacen crecer.
One leader has a mission.
Non è debolezza lo tenerezza, è fortezza.
To bring us together.
Abbiamo tanto da fare e dobbiamo farlo insieme.
Okay, so that's the Pope Francis, a man of his word, and he just did that at the end. Now, I see a lot of movies. I watch a lot of documentaries. I make documentaries, so I watch a lot of them. But this one was interesting. One, like they said, this is the first time a pope ever let somebody get that close to make a documentary. So that's a big deal. How did he use that? Well, first thing I write on here is, as I said these things to my friend, he's a full-on communist. What he keeps talking about at the beginning of the movie is the workers this, the workers that. I mean, when you start using the word workers, that is communist lingo. And he talks about if only we would give up just a little bit and give to others. Now, that sounds great, but we also know that it doesn't work. Now, I do believe that you should choose if you want to give to a charity, and I believe we all should give to charity. What we don't need, and what Jesus didn't say was, give money to the government so they can choose who should be helped first. That should be from us, okay? Now, the other thing that was interesting, as he's talking about poverty and how we need to be doing stuff to help the poor people, the next shot, he's in either a helicopter or a private jet flying out of that town and looking down on it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he talked about Mother Earth way more than he talked about Jesus. That gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now, could we be better stewards of the earth? Of course. But when I start hearing somebody talking about Mother Earth or praising Mother Earth, as a Christian, that makes me think that person is worshiping the creation and not the creator. And that always bothers me. And I sure saw a lot of that in this Pope. Now, one of the things and one of the reasons why I believe he's full on commie is he comes from Latin America. And Latin America has no historical conservative views or values. Wealth always comes from the government. And so that's what he grew up in, that's what he was taught, and that's what he's teaching other people. I would suggest that he take a look at Venezuela today. At what did I hear? 13,000% interest. I mean, not interest. Inflation rate. 13,000% right now. And a new leader just got himself reelected. And looks like it's a phony baloney election. So I would caution the Pope about liberal politics and liberal policies, because as we have looked at today, it never, ever, ever works. Oh, Mary says God created the heavens and earth. That was another one that the Pope talked about. He said, obviously the story of the earth's creation is a mythical description. Really? So the Pope doesn't think the Bible is correct. That one bothered me a little bit. He had some good messages on listening. I thought that was very good. He also had a good message about playing with your children and how important that was. I thought that was good. Here is one. This one also bothered me. He said pedophilia is a disease. Pedophilia is a disease. That's an excuse. So you catch pedophilia? It means it's not your fault? Does it mean it is curable? Well, what does it mean? I've never heard anybody call pedophilia a disease. So that one bothered me. What else? Oh, he said, never take a proselytizing attitude, which I thought that's kind of what Christ's message was. That's the message of Christianity, I thought. Anyway, so I didn't say it's a horrible movie. It is an interesting film. I would encourage Christians to see it, Catholics to see it. There's a couple of scenes where he's kind of letting the old guard in the Catholic Church have it. He also basically said, hey, if you're gay, whatever, have a good time. I'm paraphrasing, but they talked about that, and there was a thing in the news today about that too. Politically, we've lost that battle. I'm just not sure that spiritually that's one that the Pope should be going, Seems like we're changing a lot of things in the book today. See, that's the thing that I don't like. It's not my book. It's not your book. It's not the Pope's book. It's God's book. He gets to decide what's in there. It's his rules. We don't get to change it because we want to. That's what I think. Let's see. What else? I'm about out. I'm a little tired today. I'm out of energy. I've been a little sick. I apologize. I hope the show hasn't been too boring. Will you do me a favor? Give me a couple thumbs up when we share the video. Give me some thumbs ups and some hearts today. The book. I'm talking about the Bible, Raleigh. The Bible. The Bible. The Bible. The Bible. 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 The Bible. It's not my book to change. Okay. Give me some thumbs ups. Give me some hearts. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. I have not gotten enough shares today. I'm kind of disappointed. I think there's love here. There should be some sharing going on. Also, if you would please go to virtualshield.com and find out more. It's the easiest to use and the fastest VPN in the world. What does that mean? Find out. And help support this show by subscribing to virtualshield.com/Rusty. Use my name, Rusty, in the promo code. Get a discount. You'll be glad you did. Also, follow me, Rusty Humphries, on the HearMeOut app. It is so important that you download that app. It won't cost you anything. And that you follow me, Rusty Humphries. It's how I survive. I'm not begging you for cash. So please help, would you please? Download the app, follow me, Rusty Humphries, and listen and participate. Okay? Go check out the nice folks at Liberty One TV. Go to libertyonetv.com, find out more. Like and share the video. Like and share Right Wing News. Like and share this page where you're seeing the show. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless America. America. One more time. America. I'm losing it. All right, we'll see you next time. I'm Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.